We have stumbled upon this place here. And there are some intriguing features about it. And we're kind of wondering if perhaps this was some type of a puppy farm, because there's a lot of like dog kennels, dog bowls, dog crates. And it has been abandoned for quite a while. The Forest Service has come through and put locks on the buildings themselves. So we're kind of curious about it. What was this place originally, though?
Originally, this was a ranch established in the late 1800s, and they supplied foods for the miners. And it was abandoned initially in the 1940s. But obviously, looking at it, somebody else did move in and make use of the grounds. Legally or illegally? That's for you to decide. But let's explore.
Do another quick little pan around this section, because you see there's fence posts, pieces of fence laying down, still fence posts up. So this was a very large area. And it goes back. With the winds blowing, you get a smell of sage, so that's nice. But you can see there's like some battered up, looks like dog houses and things back there. Some more pieces of kennel. Another little dog house, another kennel on its own. And then there's a bunch of, you can tell from the ranching days, there's a bunch of cow matter on the ground. And it's really far back in the canyon, so it's very remote.
We are miles and miles and miles in the middle of nowhere. Like I said, this was originally meant to be a ranch for the farmers. And you can see all the tailing piles and the little mine shafts scattered around in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed this here, a huge brick foundation,
which they've put the kennels up against.
Yeah.
There's pieces of brick, large rocks, and old foundations all over the place. It looks like they've just repurposed what was originally here. There's old pots and pans, milk crates.
And a lot of this stuff looks like it's from the 70s and 80s.
Here's one of the dog kennels. Transporting. Some smaller ones in there, looks like car seats, and just a mishmash of all kinds of things.
You got dog bowls, water bowls.
Like I said, pieces of like handmade, looks like dog houses and things.
Now, this, cats.
Maybe.
With the little cat boxes. Because you wouldn't have that for a dog.
I wouldn't thought so. Little cat runs. Very interesting. Don't know what was going on here.
And you've got some old blankets, dog blankets.
And it just continues to go on. In a solitary little cage on its own. See there in the center of the screen, that's a television antenna. So even way out in the middle of nowhere, you want to make sure you don't miss your favorite TV shows.
Oh, they've got a bird cage.
So I wonder if there were like I said, breeding animals, holding exotic animals. Just get the feeling that they were doing something out here they shouldn't have been doing.
There's another roof here to a kennel. And there's another one over here as well. Oh, there's several. We'll go around the other way and take a look.
Yep, very crudely built. And not all that big.
And I guess this must be
The loo.
the loo. It is. And there's some magazines in here. Let's see if I can see a date. Can't see a date. Well, this newspaper was 6 cents. Oh, actually not that old. This one here, December 27th, 2007. If you can catch that.
Oh, 2007.
Yeah, so not that old at all.
Took the time to do the reading.
2007. I'm not going to look inside the loo.
Now, we'll take a look at the buildings. Start with the barn looking building first. And then off to what would have been, I guess, the living quarter.
Now, I would say this barn was quite old because of the way it's been constructed, and also the tin lids covering the knot holes. So I'm wondering whether or not this could have been one of the more original buildings for the ranch.
Yeah, unfortunately it's just filled with rubbish.
And there's cages. I can take a look around the other side to see if we can get a better look in. Where you can see where they've patched the holes, which makes me think this could be an older building.
Yeah, well, the wood's definitely very old.
So there's a lock on there. There's just so much rubbish everywhere. Suitcases. A couple of old suitcases around here. Tyres. Wonder if there's anything inside. I don't think so by lifting it. No, empty.
Can you get down to that window, or is that?
Just want to make sure there's no snakes hiding underneath. Just full of absolute junk. There's a fridge, a portable like a Black & Decker.
Oh wow.
Pedigree,
Cones.
yeah, look, pedigree chum on the wall. Nutrition. And loads of rubbish
Boxes
everywhere.
and trash.
Yeah. See, look, you've got PetSmart pedigree racing thing there. So, and look, lots of dog things. Definitely a puppy farm. That's what I'm going with.
Next is the presumed living quarters. They put together some old travel trailers and this shed, which could have also been an original building.
They've been using it. There's sawdust on the ground. More boxes, more dog kennels.
Dog crates. There's a stove in there.
There's also an old coffee pot. Not coffee pot, coffee jar. Oh, it's empty. Dark roast. No date. Oh yes, there is. Expires 6/16/2010.
So not incredibly old.
No.
And this trailer here. They've locked that up.
You can't see in. I wonder what that said.
Might be hazardous.
An old private property sign,
Yeah.
which is illegal because this is not a private property. This is
And forest land.
forest land. That's something somebody did actually mention to me, that if ever you see any private property or no trespassing or keep out signs on forest land or BLM land especially, you should actually report it to the government bodies, because sometimes they are doing things like this if this was a puppy farm, but also they could be grow houses.
Yep, just generally up to no good, because these are public lands, so there is no keep out private property on public lands.
Don't know if you can peer in the window. I can see an old broom. It's too dark really.
Right, I'm sure they've locked it up because it's hazardous. I can see here there's tons of rat droppings. I know you won't be able to see because of the reflection, but they are absolutely covering. So I'm sure for health reasons they have locked this up.
This window's again loads of cages.
Oh yep, just cages everywhere. Gas cans, a barbecue. A bunch of bottles there. This one might open up.
This will open, this is just leaning against it. Oh.
And curtains. It's acquaintance for you.
Oh. Well, very curious.
Very curious indeed.
Now there are a couple of old vehicles, so Shall we take a look at the vehicles? We'll do the orange one first. Orange being my favourite colour.
All right. Little pickup truck. Completely overgrown. Pieces are missing off of it, no front wheels. See the inside, the steering wheel's been chewed up. And there's some automotive parts and things in the bed.
There's an old cooker behind it.
I just got a glimpse of that. That looks
in really
shiny.
Good condition. Yeah. Just trying to figure out how to get over there.
The best way to get to there, yeah.
There's just junk.
We'll figure that out. Hiked our way over here. You can see down there there's a sink that looks pretty much new, in newish condition.
The cooker looks brand new. The top has never been used, the hobs.
The rats are making good use out of it now.
More cages.
Cages everywhere. Some of it, I wonder if they brought this out here and just took parts out of it and left. You know, maybe picked up things that were on the side of the road that people put out to get rid of, and all the old hoses and everything here. Fire hoses, regular garden hoses.
An old bed frame.
Mattress. Plants are growing out of it. That's just a huge pile of trash. I mean, just beer bottles, old clothes, blankets. There's a propane tank in there, you name it. It's in that pile. So we'll pick back up on the outside. And see this old pickup truck? It's just been absolutely gutted. See the rear end, the drive shaft. Yeah, all that's taken out. I don't know if that's the exhaust system to it. Looks like the engine's been taken out, the gauges, it's just been stripped down.
Is this a Ford?
No, this is a Chevy.
This goes to show I know zero about cars.
It's a shame. This too is a classic. Very desirable.
Now this here, the remains of an original building. So I would say this dates back to the 1880s, which was when the ranch was established originally.
Right.
I'm just guessing.
It looks to be the techniques, and
it's an old shovel. See what else there is in here. Climbing over the rubbish. More cages that have been dumped. Gasoline cans. How strange.
That's going to wrap up this video. Thank you for coming along with us to explore this crazy, unknown, weird place. But it's one of those places that you can kind of feel like something that shouldn't have been going on was going on here. It just has that aura about it. You kind of feel like you're being watched the whole time.
Poppy farm. Was it? Or wasn't it? We'll let you decide. And on that note, get out there, go and explore, put another pin in the atlas, and we will see you on our next adventure. Bye.
Bye.